Hi there, Lee Aldridge with Soul Story Creative. This is the first video in a 3-part series teaching you the basics of video marketing. This is my mini boot camp. We're going to have 3 parts. Part 1 is the gear, part 2 is your strategy, and part 3 is getting over your camera fear. Okay, so this is part 1. Be sure and download your handout. Dare to be seen, the gear, part 1. It was really hard for me to get into video, even though I'm a professional photographer. That was the previous chapter. And the reason it was hard was not because of the equipment. And we are not using professional equipment in this video marketing boot camp training. This is for DIY video marketing, which is very different from getting a professional video made for your sizzle reel or some kind of promotion that you need something that's done with professional equipment. So what we're doing is we're going to be talking about how to create video marketing videos. Okay, so the first thing is I have a gear list here. And video marketing is so cheap to get into. You can use your smartphone. Use your smartphone. Go vertical. You know, right now I'm on my webcam. So first item on the list is this Logitech C922 Pro Stream webcam. It just fits right on top of my computer here. And it's super easy. You plug it in a USB port and set it up. That's it. And it's so much better quality than your webcam. I'm using QuickTime Player for this video because that is how I'm getting the high def. If I used Zoom to record a video and share screen, it's not high definition. If you do Facebook Live, it's not high definition. So we get to look at what our strategy is and how we want our audience to receive these videos. This is a training video. I don't want this to be painful for you guys because it's going to be more than 1 or 2 minutes. It's probably going to be closer to 10 minutes before I get through all this. So I want to use high def. The next thing is a good microphone. If I use the microphone on my computer, it would sound terrible to you. It would sound like I'm in a tunnel. Here, I'll do it. So now, this is the sound from my computer instead of my iPhone headset. Now, the mic, there, I've got it plugged back in. The microphone that I have listed on your gear list is a lavalier lapel microphone that has a very long cord. I didn't need that today, so I'm just using this. And really, I couldn't find it. I don't know what I did with the thing. Okay, the third thing on here is a little tripod that you can use with your phone. You don't have to have that. It's convenient in certain things. If you're going to be out in the field or you want to go do a video in another room, you can use books to prop this up on. You can use anything to prop your phone on to make your videos. But the tripod thing here, that can make it a little easier for you if you want to have that. Okay, moving on. Let's look at the lighting. Now, I've got all of the blinds in this room pulled closed because when they're open, it's too much light for these little cameras. And so when you close those blinds or your curtains, it will cut down on the light in your room, but your camera will not be fighting to expose the window. We want it to expose your face. We want your face lit up, okay? We want catch light in your eyes. If you can see those little lights that are in my eyes at about 2 o'clock it looks like. That's a catch light. Our eyes are the windows to the soul, so you don't want to look like somebody on a witness protection program. How are you going to build the know, like, and trust factor when people can't see your face, even in a 30-second video? So be aware of that. And play around with your lighting. You can start your video without starting your video. Just run a test and look at the lighting. That's what I do, and I adjust as I go. Okay, now I want to talk just a minute about leveraging the power of live stream. So we've got Facebook Live, YouTube Live, you can do Instagram TV now, and live stream is fantastic. Your videos will be brought right up to the top of your social media. So unlike YouTube, which is a search engine, and you'll go in looking on YouTube for a certain topic, you can't do that on Facebook or Instagram. So it's great to use live streaming. You know, what's the catch about live streaming? Well, it's live. And, you can't just have a do-over without maybe losing face a little bit. I started this video over because I'm in QuickTime and I could start it over. I just wasn't ready. I didn't like my introduction. But with live, you're going to get to be a little more practiced and more comfortable in front of the camera. So for live, you want to take different things into consideration. You want your broadcast to always be great content and organized. So what I did was in the handout, you have the whole live stream handbook that you can use. But here's just a few tips before we leave this training on the gear. I want to talk about video lengths, because that's the question I get. How long does it need to be? Well, short. We're not Meryl Streep. We're not George Clooney. It needs to be short. So depending on your content, for my training series, it's more content than 1 or 2 minutes. But if you can create, we'll get into this in the strategy a little bit more, but if you were going to create like Sunday soul tips, then maybe they can just be 2 minutes or 4 minutes. My Soul Story brand talks the goal is under 5 minutes and 3 minutes if I can do it. So you want to check on the resources that I have in here for video lengths for your various projects, because they're going to vary. Now, don't treat all the channels the same. I've touched on this. What's going to work for the gram is going to be different for YouTube. YouTube is great and effective for training videos like this, but Instagram is better for short tips. Now, another thing is you want to start off and include video storytelling. People will watch videos if there's a story. And I included the story about me getting on video in one of my video marketing trainings. I have Get Over Yourself. So be sure and be bold and buck the trends with these videos. Keep them interesting. The resources I have here are HubSpot. They're awesome. Social Media Examiner and Neil Patel. They are fantastic resources. Now, what I included in here is a video broadcast planning sheet that you can use every time you do a broadcast. And it will keep you focused, and it'll keep your videos consistent and branded. Plus, you'll get a lot more leverage out of them. So, download the handout, get your gear, and meet me back after you get your gear set up. Check out the part 2, your brand strategy. And if you want to talk to me about all of this, feel free to leave comments, subscribe to this channel, and like my pages, follow me, and set up a call. I'd be happy to talk to you. You can get to that on my website, soulstorycreative.com. Okay, stay tuned for part 2 coming up. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.